Hello there, heroes. How are you doing today? Joe Smith here again. Can you see Joe Smith here? Hello, heroes. Okay, Joe Smith just has some more thoughts and that on his mind here. Um, what's the old saying? Do as I say, not as I do. It seems to be pretty rampant with the Democrats nowadays, especially the extreme leftist socialists. Even though Bernie Sanders isn't in the presidential race anymore, or for this year. But not to say that he ain't going to be going away forever here. Might be seeing more of him here in a couple years. But he keeps preaching like about all these companies, Amazon, all these companies, Walmart, all these companies need to be like more socialist companies. They need to be like employee owned companies. Well, Bernie, guess we're having trouble figuring out exactly what you mean because Joe Smith's buddy Brian has been trying that for the last 10 years and he just can't get it to work. Everyone keeps quitting to start their own company to become greedy capitalists. Or they quit to go be McSlaves at a McBurger flipping place. So, we can't quite figure out what we're doing wrong here. Bernie, can you give us an example? Bernie, how about you use your money to start a company like what you describe? Bernie, you start a socialist employee-owned company and show us how it's done, so we can do it right. Because apparently we're not getting it right. We've tried it; it's not working. So what are we doing wrong? How's it supposed to be done? Show us how it's done. Go start a grass cutting business or a house cleaning business or a motor repair shop or better yet, a factory. Go start a multi-million-dollar factory facility making things here in America that are currently being made in China. So you can have socialist employee owners of this factory making things in America, because pretty sure Americans will support that and buy that stuff, even if it costs 4 times as much. So Bernie, you claim to be a millionaire. You got 3 mansions or 3 big houses. Which, how many houses can you live in at one time? How many houses you need? Got all these homeless people in your state. But yet you got any given day 2 houses or mansions sitting empty. And when you're traveling the country campaigning, you got all 3 sitting empty. So how come you don't open like homeless shelters and a couple of them for your homeless supporters to live in? You know, help you get more votes that way by inviting all the homeless people to live in your empty mansions. And that way they'll vote for you. You know, Bernie, you once said, anyone can become a millionaire like me. It's easy. All you gotta do is do what I did and write a best-selling book. It's that easy to become a millionaire, you say, Bernie. Just write a best-selling book. Well, Joe Smith here ain't read your book. Joe Smith ain't much into reading books, but Don't know what the book is about, but pretty sure if you weren't like famous from being a senator or something, or congressman, and running for president and all that, if you're just a nobody that ran a lawnmower business or mower repair shop like us here, pretty sure nobody would buy your fucking book. Pretty sure everyone would laugh at you that you wrote a fucking book. Oh, look, a lawn nigger wrote a fucking book. Pretty sure that's what they all say. What your supporters would say anyways. Because that's kind of what we hear from people around here. So good for you that you kind of made yourself famous to where you can make millions of dollars off a book and buy 3 big houses. Now why don't you put your fucking money where your fucking mouth is and show us how these socialist business ideas, business model ideas that you have work, and start one of your own. And hire your own people, your own supporters, your own voters to work for you. And be your employees or employee owners or whatever. Go spend all your money so they can own their own business. And give us a call up and tell us how it's working after a year or two. And tell us what we've been doing wrong so we can start doing it right. But you know, you won't, because you're not really a socialist. You're a greedy capitalist. You're a greedy CEO. You're a greedy corporation. You're a greedy capitalist, Bernie. Just like AOC. AOC says we need more unions so workers have rights. For years now, AOC owes her union a bunch of money, bunch of union dues. Yeah, AOC owes DCCC union a bunch of money. AOC wants more unions, but she refuses to take from her. Well, it was 174,000 a year starting, but under that CARES Act, the Democrats in Congress got a raise, and millions that could have went to, like black-owned small businesses, or small businesses in general, or to hospitals to help find a vaccine or a cure or whatever for the China virus. Nope. Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats demanded that they get a raise, and all these special interest groups like Department for the Humanities, Department for the Arts, PBS, Sesame Street, Howard College, Kennedy Center, and more, got all their special interest groups that their buddies were like CEOs or on the board of directors, got all this China virus funding or small business assistance funding. So, like 20% of the CARES Act went to special interest groups that the Democrats had added into the bill, and to give Democrats a raise. But Trump went and signed it just because people were like starving and dying, and Trump didn't want to drag out even more. But that's why this time around, after they failed to come up with a better bill, Trump just said, fuck you, I'm going to do executive orders like I should have done last time. And that's what Trump did. Trump said, fuck your Democrat pay raises, fuck your special interest groups. The American people are starving and dying. I'm going to do executive orders here to help them, since you won't, Trump told Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats. And he did. And Trump did. And that's why Joe Smith supports Trump here. But you know, it's like, how much money from all those book sales did Bernie Sanders give to any of his supporters? Or to anyone in general? How much money did Bernie Sanders give to any homeless shelters or charities? I think he actually did give a real tiny amount, but real small amount. A lot less than what Trump does. And AOC, you're making $174,000 a year to $200,000 a year now. Last 4 years, that's $700,000 to $800,000 you now made. Last 4 years, you made enough money where you could give all your campaign supporters double. Give them double return on their investment. If they gave you $5 campaign contribution, give them $10 in return. If they gave you $20, give them $40. If they gave you $300, give them $600. Now, how much money have you given to anyone, AOC? Heroes, Joe Smith gave you 3 guesses on how much money AOC has given to anyone. And here's a hint, it's less than 1. So, the 2 biggest socialists in America in office won't even share their own wealth with the less fortunate, with their own less fortunate supporters. AOC could give a 200% return on investment. Like Joe Smith was just saying, pay them double. Give them 200% return on investment. You got the money, AOC. You can do it. Give your campaign contributors a 200% return on their investment. Jeff Bezos did. In fact, Jeff Bezos gave them more. Jeff Bezos gave them a lot more than 200% return on their investment in him and Amazon. Ooh, AOC, are you saying that Jeff Bezos is a better socialist than you are, and that you're more of a greedy capitalist than Jeff Bezos is? Because that's what Joe Smith is hearing. And that's what the American public is hearing. That's what the heroes of the Hero Nation is hearing. That AOC and Bernie Sanders are greedy capitalists. And Jeff Bezos is the best socialist out there, giving all kinds of return on investment, ROI, as it's called in the business world. Return on investment. Maybe we need to have Jeff Bezos for president in 2024. Sounds like he's giving more money to the American public than Bernie and AOC has. Well, at least we all know now who the real socialists are that shares the wealth, and who the real greedy corporations or greedy capitalists are that don't share the wealth and keep all the money they get. Practice what you preach, or shut the fuck up. Joe Smith sign out.